Hey guys, here is the interview with Catherine, who did a stellar job in completing her 12-week challenge. I know a lot of you noticed her change and were quite interested in what she was doing, so have a listen. Don't forget that we have our challenge starting very shortly. You need a code from Rachel and I, so come and chat to us. Bye. Why did you do this challenge?
Okay. I think when we started, it was the beginning of the year, so I think you're often looking for, a new start within the new year, and this came around. We've been training a little bit before that, and I think then this gave you a really good structure to achieve your goals. And it was really quite structured, even though you didn't know that going into it. You found a lot about going into it, but it was really that structure. So I think to set your goals and to have a framework around to do it. I think also doing it within the gym rather than online, I think gave you that supporting framework, which then made you think to do it.
Oh, awesome. What did you like about the challenge?
Okay, without any hesitation, I like the weight training.
Yeah.
So in PT sessions before, we've done a fair bit of weights, but this made you feel really empowered. So you became very strong. So the first phase of the program is about building muscle, and I really like that. So you were progressively increasing your weights all the time.
Has it changed the way you looked at weight training?
Yeah, it definitely has. And the thing for me, so there were spin-offs that I didn't realise, because I've already said that was probably something that I wanted to do. I like the idea of working towards a toned body, so I realised that was the weights that was for me. But there were spin-offs that I thought was probably important because people wouldn't realise these were going to. And for me, the best one was having an enhanced mood. Like, I work. So my job can be quite stressful, and so my stress is reduced doing this. And I think that people commented on my posture, which I work at a desk all day, so I can do this a little bit, so I hope I'm not doing that. And this improved my posture, and I think that was when you're doing the free weights, you have to lock in your core and be really careful about your execution. And a byproduct of that for me was good posture. So I wouldn't have thought about that. So they're hidden things, I think, that changed my way of thinking.
What has been the best thing you have got from this whole program?
Okay, this is a tricky question. I think it's, there's lots of things, but I think in the end it's promising yourself you're going to do something and then sticking to it and seeing it through. And in the program it says at week 6, if you're still with us, you're probably going to finish. So that, we did have doubts, well, I did, about my eating in the first few weeks there. So I think it's that, actually promising yourself, and you're doing something for yourself, and often us ladies don't often do that. You're trying to, be mother for everybody else. And so I think it's important that was probably, there's lots of things I can say, but that's the one that really stuck. I finished.
So, thank you, Catherine. Do you have anything else to add to that?
I think too, one thing that with doing the program along the way, there's little lessons in it.
Yeah.
And so the one that we talked about a fair bit was, I think we both read it separately, was just that you don't have to go out and run the streets for an hour. You can actually do this, and then there's this, I call it afterburn, but it's something else. Excess post-exercise, something like that. And so you've done your weight training, and you've got this afterburn when you go, your body is still losing energy or burning calories or something like that. So I think that was a really good lesson from it.
Because most women
might
want
not be able to run.
Absolutely. Most women, what they want is the weight loss, and that's a really big thing. But the reality is, if you do a HIIT class, unless you're doing it really, really well, you're not going to get that afterburn. Whereas weights, it's scientifically proven that you'll get that afterburn 5-6 hours after you've done your session, which means that you've doubled your calorie burn for that whole day. How can this challenge keep women, help women in our community?
So I think that by, if you join the gym or you're joining a supportive group that's got a common goal, so we often join and do a sport or something, it's something everyone likes. I think you join and you're doing that, you've got a common goal of, I think, wanting to improve your health and well-being. And as I kind of said, it's not just your physical fitness that wins out here, it's lots of other things. It's spiritually, and I think mentally you win out as well. So I think that's important, to be part of a group. There were other things that improved for me, and I think your sleep improves. As you get older, I think you worry about osteoporosis,
Yeah.
and that improves with weight training. And there are things like that that I think there's. I think I've read once that I don't know if it's the same for men, but women lose about 1% of their muscle every year after 30, which is quite frightening.
Yeah, it's
So
the
I
same
think
as men.
Anything you can do to reverse that is really good. So at the end of mine, I had improved my muscle mass. So
Yeah.
I think that's good, because if you haven't got muscle, you tend to fall, and you become, that's a big thing for people as they. So I think then for women, there are those things that, that can benefit from doing it.
Absolutely, and it was that we did have someone who came and did some tests for us. And Catherine is, you've got your 50% normal, and then Catherine is above that for muscle mass. And that is a really valid point, because, as you age, you do deteriorate, your body deteriorates. So therefore you need to do everything that you can, especially while you're still quite active, to reverse or slow that process down. And one of the best things to do is weight training. Seven of us who went through the program. And it's so important to be within a community doing the same thing and working together, because there's a lot of fun in that. But, I've always said from the beginning, I've never been one to finish a 12-week challenge. And I can honestly say, in all the challenges I've done, I've finished this 12-week challenge. And it was because of this person here. She was really...
I wasn't going to let him not finish, because I had to finish.
Quite vocal in keeping me engaged right through it. And I kind of felt that I was really accountable to Catherine plus the other guys who was involved in this. And
Yeah, you made. Yeah, I'm saying it was a commitment to myself, but it was when you're in a community like that, this group, you were doing it for each other.
Absolutely.
So you kind of felt, yeah, I'll show up, because there's accountability in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I think if you do, it suits a lot of people to do online things, but you kind of miss that. So, when we first started, I think it's really important to probably book yourself in for a couple of PT sessions. This isn't an infomercial for you, but like this, because you can do an exercise wrong.
Yeah.
If you just read in the sheet or you've watched the video before you come in, I think you can, and I, one of the best things that the benefit for me was I got lower back pain. And so by doing this, I was, doing things correctly. So I think if people have got an injury or something like that, they need that guidance to begin with. It doesn't mean say you have to do it all the time, but someone's taught you how to do the exercise properly, I think. And then, you can also, if I was exercising on my own, I wouldn't use as heavy a weight as when I was with a personal trainer.
Yeah.
So I think that's worth doing as well.
Absolutely, that's
Reach
really
your potential.
I think if you're thinking, can I do this? The answer is yes, you can do it. It's not hard, it's really simple. It's just a process that you need to be able to be committed to. And most of all, it's changing the way you look at life, the way you look at your body, and how strong you can be, really.
Yeah, that's right.
Awesome.
That's good.
Well, thank you so much, Catherine.
Okay, well, hopefully I'll see people here.
Awesome. Catherine's going overseas now for the first
Yes, I'll
part
have to do
of
my
it.
first 4 weeks in a foreign gym.
How exciting is that?
Yeah.
Cool.
Good.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
day, guys.
Yeah, good luck.